Today, Razer's coming in with their brand new generation of Kishi mobile gaming controllers. The all-new V3 family is launching with 3 models, including the standard Kishi V3 for Android and iPhone. It's the most compact model and it works only with phones. Then there's the V3 Pro that can support devices like the iPad mini or Android tablets up to 8 inches. And then there's an XL model designed to fit tablets from 10 to 13 inches. One of the key selling points with these Kishi controllers is their size. They're full-size gaming controllers similar to what you'd find on a console. So if you're used to console controllers or any full-size controller on a PC, then switching over to mobile with one of these is going to be super easy and seamless. The model I'm showing you in this video is the Kishi V3 Pro. If you've ever seen the Kishi Ultra before, then this one should look pretty familiar to you because they share the same general design and look almost identical. In the box, we get some different size rubber pads, and these are used to provide grip for various sizes of devices. So if you have a really thin device, you might want to switch to a thicker pad to make sure you get a nice tight fit in there. And it supports cases up to 16 millimeters thick. That's a huge plus because it's super annoying to have to take your phone case off every time you want to play a game. On the left side of the controller, we have a home button, an options menu, and a share button that can be used to quickly take a screenshot or start capturing your gameplay. The D-pad on here is being powered by Mecha-Tactile switches, and they have a nice tactile feel and they make a crisp clicky sound. And they're in the diagonal directions too, so that gives you full 8-way control. It gives it a nice consistent feel no matter where you press, whether it's up, down, left, right, or anywhere in between. On the right side, we have a menu button and a dedicated Razer Nexus button, so you can just press that and quickly bring up the Razer Nexus app without having to search for it and launch it that way. And when you're in Nexus, you can press that button again to quickly tab out and get back to your device's main screen. ABXY buttons have the same Mecha-Tactile switches as the D-pad, so they feel and sound pretty much the same. There's not much pre-travel on these. They feel like they're activating right near the top of the stroke, and that quick activation gives a sense of speed and responsiveness. They're a really nice feeling button, and I'd take these over membrane ones any day. Bumpers are providing some tactile feedback and clicky sounds as well, but it's not the same sound or feel as ABXY or the D-pad, so they just don't feel like they're using those Mecha-Tactile switches. They must have something else going on. They are sensitive though, and they have a very short travel distance. Just below those, we have another set of bumpers designed for claw gripping, and these ones must be using the Mecha-Tactile switches because they feel just like ABXY and the D-pad. The triggers are powered by Hall effect switches, and they feature the same type of rapid trigger technology as Razer's Pro gaming keyboards. And they're customizable in the Nexus app, where you can set the actuation point and configure other settings. You can't adjust the trigger stops though, so even if you change the actuation point, you're always going to have that same travel distance before you bottom out. I'd like to see that feature on a future model just to open up the customization on those triggers even more. Underneath, Razer included a set of multi-function mouse click paddles. They're crisp and clicky, but I feel like they're just a bit too flat or low profile. There were a few times where I felt like I couldn't find them quick enough in a game. If they stuck out like a millimeter or 2 more, I think it'd be perfect. But I don't know, maybe that's just a preference thing for me and the way I grip the controller. Razer went full techno nerd with the Thumbsticks on here. These are TMR sticks, which stands for tunneling magnetoresistance. According to ChatGPT, this technology works by exploiting quantum mechanics to generate inputs by measuring changes in ferromagnetic resistance. That's great and all, but what the hell does that mean and why is it on my controller? Well, it's basically a sensor technology capable of high precision, a long lifespan, higher polling rate, and lower power consumption. It's technically superior to Hall effect technology, and I guess that means it's the new king of the castle when it comes to high performance thumbsticks. They rotate smoothly, I can't feel any bumps or other issues in there, and they're insanely sensitive. They start registering inputs with the slightest bit of movement, and they snap right back to their neutral position quickly without any noticeable wobble. It's pretty much perfect. There's no stick drift at all. But for some reason, the circularity test isn't looking so stellar, coming in somewhere closer to the performance of analog sticks. I've used Hall effect sticks with errors around 1 or 2%, and I was expecting something similar from these TMRs, or even better, but that's just not the case for some reason, at least not with my copy of the Kishi V3 Pro. What's really nice though is you can swap out the stock caps if you want to. They give you a domed cap and a longer stem cap. That's helpful for like precision aiming and stuff like that. That's what I like to use it for anyway. They just pull off and push on, so it's really easy to change them out. Tucked into the bottom right handle, there's a 3.5mm audio jack, so you can plug your gaming headset in right there. And just above that, there's a USB-C port for connecting to your PC in wired mode, and it also functions as a pass-through charging port for your device. Setup's really easy. All you got to do is pull it apart and plug your device into the USB-C connector. I'm using a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. There's no battery or on-off switch on here. All you do is plug the phone in and it'll automatically start powering the controller. If you don't have the Razer Nexus app on your device, you're going to want to download and install that. It's got a nice clean interface that lets you launch games and browse the Play Store or App Store depending on which system you're on. And this is where you can customize all the controller settings. So you can configure the triggers, you can set your own custom dead zones, you can remap buttons, and you can even have 2 different button layouts if you want, one for mobile and one for PC games. It's nice to have because it can help save some setup time when you're switching back and forth between different types of games. If you're gaming on Android or Windows, you also get full haptics support, and you can adjust the settings for that stuff right here as well. Unfortunately, it's not supported on iOS devices right now, and you can blame Apple's closed ecosystem for that. As a PC gamer, one of the best things about these Kishi controllers for me is the ability to use Razer's PC Remote Play. This lets you stream games from your PC over to your mobile device. To set it up, you just search for the Razer PC Remote Play app and download and install it on your device. Then go over to your PC and download and install Razer Cortex and enable PC Remote Play. I tested this out when I was looking at the Kishi Ultra a little while back, and I came away totally impressed. It automatically detects the maximum resolution and refresh rate of your device and then adjusts the stream to match it. So there's no need to deep dive into pages upon pages of settings to configure everything and get it working. The crazy part is there doesn't seem to be any noticeable lag even though you're playing over a wireless stream. PC Remote Play on the Kishi V3 Pro basically lets you take your PC gaming experience with you on the go with a full-size, full-featured controller. Overall, the Kishi V3 Pro is a solid mobile controller that packs in some pro-level features. It's a quick and easy way to jump into mobile gaming without having to compromise on the size or performance of your controller. It performed well through all my testing, with the exception of that circularity test, which was just average, and the slightly difficult to find and press back buttons, but overall, it's bringing a high-end controller feel to the mobile gaming scene, and it's fun and easy to use. There's some more details and information for you, along with purchasing links down in the description. Check that stuff out if you're interested. Give the video a thumbs up and get subscribed on your way out, and we'll see you soon.